Welcome to the Whole Lotta Woman Podcast, where we explore, explain, and discuss what makes us a whole lot of women in today's society. I created the Whole Lotta Woman brand to embrace the 4 traits that I feel make someone a whole lot of woman in today's world, and those are beauty, brain, strength, and standards. We'll be covering a variety of topics from relationships to real estate. If you would like to join this sisterhood, please subscribe, share with a friend, and stay tuned for more.
I won't be defined, stars are aligned. What's for me is mine. I'm a whole lot of woman. I'm a whole lot of. I've been refined, beauty's divine. All things in God's time. I'm a whole lot of woman. I'm a whole lot of woman. This for all my women, 'cause you're a whole lot of woman. I'm a whole lot of woman. I'm a whole lot of woman. This for all my women, 'cause you're a whole lot of woman.
Hey ladies, welcome to episode 8 of the Whole Lotta Woman Podcast. This week we're covering how to level up the beauty aspect of your dating. So before we get started into that, I want to let you all know Whole Lotta Women Wednesday starts this week. So make sure y'all tune in. The interview will be on the YouTube channel and on the Whole Lotta Woman website, along with the Whole Lotta Woman bio that they filled out on the form. So if you want to be nominated, make sure you fill out the link. Click the link in the description and fill out the form. I think we do have a few spots still left for 2022. After those spots are filled, we're going to have 52 spots available for 2023. So I'll be choosing 52 women from that. Okay? So that's just to let y'all know what's going on ahead of time. Give y'all these updates. And don't forget to rate and review the podcast on whatever platform you're listening on. Last but not least, don't forget to check out the YouTube channel, which will be linked in the show notes. Okay, now let's get into that beauty segment. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about as far as leveling up the beauty aspect of your dating life is being approachable. So you have to be aware of your demeanor when you're in public, especially if you're in a place where you see someone you want to attract or you want to be approached by people. Okay, so you have to keep in mind, some people can be intimidated by your facial expression and may think it's not a good time to approach you. You call it resting bitch face, but they don't know what to call it. You know what I'm saying? So you can't expect everybody to know you in a good mood, but you just frown when you happy, you know? So when you are focused on your cell phone, when you out and about too, that can kind of turn people away from talking to you as well. Because if you so buried in your phone, they don't know if you busy, they don't know if you working, they don't know if you in the middle of an argument. So that might deter them from approaching you too. Okay, so my homegirl Linda told me the other week when we were out at the bar to sit at the end of the bar if you're alone and you want to be approached. That positioning is less intimidating because the person is going to be more confident approaching you in a corner opposed to the middle of the bar where other people are watching or listening. So just in case it gets rejected, men are a little sensitive. So that's a little tip for y'all. And the next thing is just relax. It's okay to enjoy the atmosphere. Even if you tend to check your phone here or there, it's different than burying your head in your phone and only looking up to get a refill from the bartender or pay your bill. So relax, take in the atmosphere, especially if it's a nice spot, you know what I mean? Vibe to the music. You can talk to the people around you if you comfortable engaging with others. I know everybody's not like that. Some people have anxiety, but if you're not scared to talk to the people around you. Be in the moment, get your pictures, everything is content. So get your pictures, get that out the way, and then put the phone down, It's because it's like now, people, they'll make a story that look like they had a ball and they did all this lavish stuff. But at the end of the day, all they did was sit at the bar on their phone the whole time, and they took pictures of the food. It looked like they had a good time from their story, but in reality, they didn't do nothing. So what's your actual memory at the end of, in 3 or 4 months when you think back to it? What's the memory from that night? It's going to be sitting there talking on your phone or chatting on your phone the whole time. So that's not the memory you want to have when you get older. That's not life. That's not living. So don't just make a story that has a good vibe. You need to actually enjoy the vibes yourself. You paying for them, you might as well enjoy it. Because like I said before, your memory 5 months from now is not going to be the story that you put on TikTok. It's going to be of you sitting at the bar, scrolling on IG and TikTok, responding to messages and getting into Facebook fights. That's not a vibe. See, that's not cute. Your Instagram story was cuter than what actually happened. And keep in mind, you more approachable when you look like you enjoying yourself. Sometimes like we on the phone or we caught up in a text conversation, your face might reflect what you texting, so you might be screwing your face up and don't realize it. Because I know I'm good for that. What I'm thinking comes across on my face, so I have to be aware, when I'm looking crazy, to be honest, because I was walking in the mall, not the mall, I was walking in the store the other day, and I was just thinking something in my head. I was thinking about what I need to pick up. It was one of them times you got to run in the store. So I'm in there like, okay, I need dog food and freezer bags, dog food and freezer bags. Child, I walked past a mirror. I was like, good God. I had to get myself together because I was looking crazy. Like my eyebrows was all furred up. And that's because I was concentrating so hard. But dang, I ain't have to look like that. And when you out and you get approached by somebody that you are not interested in, you can be respectful when you reject somebody. Because number one, you ain't got to be rude, okay? Number two, somebody else could be listening or watching, and that could be the person you actually wanted to holler at you, but he saw how rude you was to old boy, so now he ain't even gonna try it. Either he don't want that same type of rejection, or he don't want somebody with that kind of attitude. Like, girl, it's not cute. That's just what that is. It ain't cute. Okay, and the next thing I want to talk about is attire. So, got to make sure we're wearing the right attire for where we're going. It's like, keep it cute, but don't be wearing heels to a height. Sometimes we can do too much. But if your date is going with the whole it's a surprise situation, so you don't know what to wear, you better go with something safe. And what I consider safe for me is like jeans, a cute top and some heels, or like you can get some pants that they can be dressed up or down. Put on a cute top and a heel, or like a cute little sandal. So that's, that way you don't feel overdressed or underdressed wherever you go, and you shouldn't stand out like a sore thumb. Like, so if you go to a baseball game, you're good. If you go to this boy house, you're good. If you go out to eat real quick, you're good. Um, a cute and casual little dress is always a go-to. Um, something that's not doing too much. It's not a nightlife dress, but it's something that you can wear in the day with a heel or a flat shoe. So speaking of that, bring an alternate pair of shoes. So if it's like I said, you got on your little dress, you might come out the house, with the heels on, step out like that, but then he taking you to the mall to go shopping, and you ain't trying to walk the mall like that. Throw the cute little sandals on. So you got a backup. So you still giving what you need to give, and you prepare for everything. And if you got one of them purses, big purses, just throw you some flat shoes in there that you can switch it up on, depending on, where y'all going, what you got going on. Just bring the flats, or if you can, put them in the car if that's an option. But hey, if you gonna surprise me, you gonna have to, take what I give. And then if you got the shoes with you, either way, when you got heels on, if you carry some flats with you, that'll avoid you from doing the little baby deer walk when your feet start hurting. And especially if this the first time you hanging with old boy, or, your first date with the person. Because it's different when you with your girls and everybody feet hurting. It's one thing when you walk around with somebody that got on some daggone Jordans or some tennis shoes, and they walking fast, regular speed, and you creeping behind them. Can't even keep up. Want to cry with every step. Now, if them options ain't good enough, he should have told you where you was going. That's just on that. You know what I mean? Like, don't get mad if I came out here with some jeans and you wanted to take me to a 5-star restaurant. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You should have said something. That's a whole different kind of preparation right there. If you meet in the family, please make sure you tone down the sex appeal. You don't want to give all that to somebody's mama. My thing is, I always say, don't meet nobody mama in leggings. You know what I mean? Don't meet nobody mama with your butt sticking all out, all big. You know what I'm saying? Like, all cat print all out. No, camel toe. I just feel like leggings and mamas don't mix. That's just me, though. That's just me. Now, if you meeting the boys, it's okay to be cute and make your man look good, because, you can't come out there looking bummy. He got to feel like a man. But be aware of how you interact with the guys, just to avoid that whole flirting misunderstanding. Because don't be smiling in everybody's face. You know what I'm saying? Give very much my man, my man, my man. Because you don't want his friend to be able to say, oh yeah, bro, she was all in my face. She was smiling, laughing at everything I said. Because dudes will exaggerate. Dudes do too much. Dudes do more than girls, to be honest. So you don't want to have that whole little misunderstanding. And now you trying to explain how you don't think you're his homeboy cute when you won't even think about the homeboy in the first place. Now you up here trying to plead your daggone case. And it's like, gotta realize, if young girls listen to this, please understand, especially when you're young now, they grow out of this when they settle down and get wives. Some of them, I guess, I ain't gonna say all of them, but it's a thing about dudes. They may love their girls, but they care more about what their friends gotta say and what their friends think. They could be grown men and have all the faith in the world in their girl until they homeboy say something. And now they looking at you sideways. You know what I mean? I remember when I was in college, I was heading out to a probate, and I had on, it was, mind you, it was January. I had on some knee boots, like a little bubble coat and some jeans. My jeans and my boots. So I remember going past my boyfriend at the time, his homeboy. And so he was on the next tail chirp. Y'all remember those? So he on the chirp. And he tells, oh, Keita out here looking sexy, XYZ. Now I done messed around. Get back after the probate. Now I'm getting lectured on how I dress. Like I'm walking around with my butt out. It's January, bro. I'm in college. I'm 19. I can wear a daggone jeans with boots. But it wouldn't have been a problem if your homeboy hadn't said nothing. Because it's like, what am I really going to be doing in January? That's too much. Like, January? Come on. So, let me see. And if you meeting the baby mama or the girl bestie, girl, you better be on point. You better have it together, okay? Now, this the one. That's the one. So, don't have it together. Like, I ain't talking about, like, you going to the club on point, unless y'all like going to the club. But be cute like you going to brunch with your girls, or if you like you going on a casual date with your boo. Because you want her to see you in your full glory. That's the vision she need to have of you. That's the one you want to be burned into her brain. Hair done, outfit laid. You know what I'm saying? Like, put together. That way she can't call you a catfish, because you know how girls be doing. They'll call you a catfish. Oh, that ain't how she be looking on her pictures. That ain't how she looked on her Instagram. Oh, she ain't all that. They'll be quick to call you a catfish, child. And you don't want to look like, you dressed inappropriate in front of the child. Like, don't come with the hoochie clothes on and you meeting the baby mama in the sun. Like, don't have your titties all falling out on the boy head, the little son head and stuff. Now, don't come off as, don't try to be so bad that you just come off like a hoochie. Like, kind of how you done bring around my son. It's just like, girl, why you got on them platforms at 9 o'clock in the morning, girl? We at IHOP. I just wanted you to meet my baby mama. Why you got that on? So, think about it. And, let me see. I pray you don't get caught off guard, because, I would hate to see you looking bad. I talked about that in the, I think the first episode, when I was saying how you need to be on point when you come out, or like put together. because you never know who you'll run into. Like, you do not want to run into the baby mama and you looking dusty. Or that friend, that girl best friend that you feel like they used to talk back in the day, and you looking dusty and she looking cute. Okay, so the next thing is putting in effort. Actually putting in effort when you're preparing for your dates. Like, take your time getting ready. The first thing is pick out your outfit in advance. Like, and I don't mean earlier that day. I mean like a couple days before. So, and then give yourself like a little dress rehearsal. So that way you make sure you have all your pieces together after that. Put them all together after you pick them out. Try them on. They look good. Put them all together. Pick out the right undergarments. Because the last thing you want to do is be running around looking for your shaper when he say he about to be there in 10, 15 minutes and you ain't got a clue where it's at. You're going to be mad. You're going to be ready to change the whole outfit. And, you know, people that's new to you, everybody don't take kindly to be have to wait on you. I told you I was on the way. You said you was going to be ready. He don't know you lost your waist trainer and you had to change your outfit in the last 5 minutes. You know, try them on to make sure it actually coordinates on your body like it does in your head, because I will do that in a minute. I'm going to put this on. That's going to be so cute. And then I put it on and it is not giving what it's supposed to give. I'll be picturing myself with a whole bunch of butt and hips too, I think, and titties. So that's probably my problem. Pick out your shoes and your accessories too and put them together with your outfit. That way you're not looking for that at the last minute, because I'm good for that. I'll see one shoe and know, like, oh, okay, it's in there. And then when it come down to actually getting dressed, I got the one shoe, can't find the other shoe. And either that come down to now I got to change the whole outfit. It ain't going to give what I thought it was going to give. Like, it's just something you don't want to deal with the last minute. Especially when you dealing with nerves, you know, a first date. Think about it. Well, you know, just not even first date, just a new person. Because, you know, once we're used to you, we're used to you. But, yeah, and you better break them shoes in if you need to, and make sure they some shoes that's not gonna have you crying and walking like a baby deer after a few steps, cause you know how it is, and you don't want to do that in front of a new person. That's all I'm saying. And like, scuff them up if you gotta scuff them up so you ain't slipping. You know, always, and when you picking out your shoes or deciding if you're going to take a backup shoe, think about if you're going to have to park and walk to the venue. Like, in Charlotte, we got a lot of parking decks. So, yeah, I'm going to dinner, but if I got to walk a block to get to the restaurant from the parking lot, I got to wear a shoe that's going to get me there. You know, I can't get one of them shoes that's just, oh, I'm going straight to the table. Unless you can get them, you know, to drop you off right there in front of the restaurant, which is nice. You know, that's an option. And then pick you up. I mean, you know, pick you up with the car after you go get the car. But if you dealing with somebody new, you don't know if they're going to do that. So you don't want to rely on other people's grace, child. Always have your own backup, your own plan. Give yourself time to get ready. Do not rush the process. When it comes to the day of, give yourself time. So if you take a long time to get ready, start preparing a few hours in advance so you don't feel rushed. And just give yourself time for all your routines, like your skin, shower, makeup, getting dressed, even your photo shoot. So me personally, my shower is going to be 30 to 45 minutes, including like if I'm shaving. Skincare, 15 to 30 minutes, depending on what routine I'm doing that day. My makeup is going to take an hour. I'm trying to reduce that time, but I'm new. I just got good as I am, so it's too early to be taking shortcuts, I guess. And me getting dressed, that's going to take 10 minutes because, like I said, boom, we already picked out the outfit a couple of days in advance, so everything is laid out. Then you got time for your little photo shoot, so that got to give about 30 minutes, especially if you want to do some reels and stuff like that. So it may seem like a long time, but I do everything leisurely so I can put more effort into it than if I was rushing. So when you rushing, you're going to miss a step. It's not going to have as much effort. You ain't going to be able to blend out the makeup as good as you would if you had more time. You know, you might forget to lotion a certain part of your body. So know yourself, know how long you really take to get ready, and factor that in. I mean, me personally, I got to start getting ready 3 hours ahead of time, even if that's just Because I'm going to take my shower, then I'm going to walk around and chill, then I'm going to do something else. I'm going to be talking on the phone. I might eat a little something, watch a little YouTube video, but I still got time. And then it's like when you do that, it's like you feel so confident in knowing that your outfit is perfect as you planned. Everything came out right because you had a dress rehearsal and you had to do everything. You have time to do everything that creates your whole look, your whole, aesthetic, your whole vibe. You're not missing nothing. But do not practice any new techniques the day of the date. Like while you getting ready for the date, this is the first time you want to try to do, a smoky eyeshadow. Now you looking like a raccoon and he gonna be here in 5 minutes or he in the living room waiting on you. So don't do that. Don't wait till the first day to try out a new foundation. Don't wait till the day of the date to try out a new foundation. Now you out here looking orange. And keep in mind, this a man, not your homegirl. He not gonna tell you that you look jacked up. He just gonna think this how you do your makeup, girl. Like, oh, you one of them girls that be, wearing that casket makeup. Like, dudes will have you out here looking crazy and will not tell you. And so, that's what I'm saying. Dress rehearsal. Before your first date, it's not the time that you want to try to lay your lace for the first time. But if you confident, go ahead. I suggest doing the day before so you can make sure it's giving what it's supposed to give and, if you need to fix it. I remember, oh my God, I tried to lay my wig one time. Well, for like one of the first couple times, I tried to do it before me and my homegirl went to brunch. And I came home and I had white glue dried up all across my forehead. Just because I ain't know you were supposed to wipe your forehead with alcohol afterwards. Shoot. No, I didn't look at no YouTube video while I was doing it. Dang. I was just doing it off my memory, out of my heart, okay? And I don't have no hair doing skits. I don't know who I thought I was. Never been a hairstylist. Now, if you about to try anything new with your hair, I suggest getting it done the day before because you got to be prepared if things don't come out wrong. Come out right or looking the way you wanted it to, or even if your stylist stands you up. You know how these stylists are nowadays. So you done made an appointment to get your, wig laid earlier that day. She stand you up. You sitting around with the Meek Mills because you done took your other one off because you just knew you had an appointment. And now she done blocked you. So what you gonna do? So I suggest, trying to get that kind of stuff done the day before. So that way there are no hiccups the day of. You got time to fix what need to be fixed. To my girls that like to get their makeup done for dates, okay? I understand that if you are familiar with the makeup artist and you know their work and they've done your makeup before, but I don't know if this the time you want to try somebody new off Instagram because what if it's not giving what it's supposed to give, And even if you do, I would at least give myself a couple hours between the time the makeup should be done and the time the date starts. That way, if I need to go home and fix something or take it off, I got time. Because what I'm not going to do is go for the makeup artist chair to the date looking like a clown. I can't do it. And I don't want that for you either. And just stuck looking crazy. And then when you're getting ready, like I said before, relax. When you're getting ready, have fun. You know what I mean? Just play some motivating or hype music while you're getting ready. Beyonce, trap, whatever, floats your boat. Just get yourself hyped. Something to make you feel sexy and confident and pretty, Me personally, I got a playlist for like different moods. I got one for getting ready, one in the shower, one for getting ready for work. So whatever, your vibe is, make your little playlist and go with that. Something that, get you in the mood. All right. And lastly, talk about understanding attraction. And so keep in mind that men are visual creatures. So, that first date impression goes a long way. So that's why you want to put a lot of effort in. And you want to leave a lasting impression for them. especially if he met you in a dress down setting or just met you when you weren't in your full glory, he'll really be impressed by the transformation and like the obvious effort you put into looking good for him. And I know we get cute for us, but you know how men are. He gonna think you did it for him, so just run with that, child. Yeah, I did this for you. So I remember one time this guy hollered at me when I was at the store. I was doing laundry that day, so I was like, I had on like workout clothes, but not cute at all. Not like a cute set. It was just something on my body, and he hollered at me or whatever. But then when the first time we chilled, I was actually put together, and he was like, dang, he was like, you like a totally different person. He was like, you look the same but different. But I was like, yeah, you look. I was looking crazy when you hollered at me, but he was impressed. Like, oh, this what you looking like. And so another thing is be yourself, when you out on dates. Don't be afraid to be who you are to impress somebody. Because you can't maintain a facade forever. And if you think you can, you gonna live a miserable life because you'll never be fulfilled by suppressing the things that make you happy. You want to connect with somebody organically, not just because they think you are a completely different type of person than you really are. And don't date somebody solely off physical attraction. That won't last long, especially if they come with baggage. And don't look past their baggage because they cute, because that baggage will become yours real quick. That will be your luggage, honey. And this girl I had let live with me before. I remember she was too old for this, but she had met this guy off Tinder, and I remember he popped up at her birthday dinner or whatever, and they was chilling for the next 2 or 3 days. Like, I remember after 3 days, she was saying that they go together. He was claiming her as his girlfriend. And I was like, okay, so you just gonna go with it? She was like, I mean, why not? I'm like, okay. So a day or two later, I find out that he got a baby mama and a girlfriend. I don't even think that was just a baby mama, a girlfriend. But he was leaving the baby mama because he was wifing her, and she saying stuff like, I can't help I look better on his arm and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, okay, so you just gonna disregard the fact that he just left his baby mom out the blue just for a girl he met off Tinder. Nobody's that amazing. That's crazy. And so she went with him to get his stuff. And I was like, you sure you need to be going with him? I'm going to ride for mine. Child goes over there, almost gets jumped. Okay? Now, mind you, she's like 4'11", probably 110, 115 pounds. And the girl and her sister was like heavy set women. She almost got herself drugged out there for that man she done met off Tinder, and I was saying, like, this is too much. Like, when she was coming with all these stories in these 3-4 days. I was like, this is too much. And she just kept saying, I'm going to ride for mine. And I'm thinking, like, girl, he ain't been yours but a couple hours at this point. Like, that's too much riding out the beginning now. I shouldn't be riding out the gate. Like, come on now. And all this was in a week of knowing him. And I'm going to talk about him more throughout this month and these episodes. But yeah, like, he's cute, but his baggage became your baggage because you met him, looked past the BS. Now, he thought he was going to move out his baby mama house to be with you. You live with me, and we not roommates. You sleep on my couch. And I let him spend the night 2 nights, but not because he would put out, this is before we knew he was like leaving his baby mama. But yeah, when I realized what it was, I was like, I had a little talk with her like, he can't stay here no more because I know how this works. No, you won't be camping out over here. Now he's homeless because you done dished your baby mama like this. He was outside sleeping in the car. That's all he had was his car. And he gonna send her a Cash App request for $200, talk about for food and personals. Food, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not sending you $200. Well, that's her. That's what I'm speaking for her. But yeah, like, People baggage will become your baggage real quick. Now, I ain't know you last week. Now, this week, you trying to live with me on my homegirl couch and you homeless because you decided to dip out on your baby mama? Like, y'all got to check these men background. Like, you got to really know these men. Y'all can't just be hooking up with any kind of person and letting anybody in your house. Oh, he was... And he ended up going to jail, I think, for domestic, because I think him and the baby mama got into a fight. Matter of fact, they did get into a fight because he was FaceTiming her, and the baby mama had punched him in the face. It was something crazy going on. But, yeah, he ended up locked up because of that. But, yeah, I was like, oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, and, yeah, and when we looked him up, this man got all kind of burglary charges. Now, you done had this man all in my house, sleeping, my guard down, and this man is a whole lot burglar. Mind you, another thing. After they stopped talking, and she really didn't want to talk to him, mind you, he was still homeless, we found out this man been sitting on the steps outside of my apartment, stealing the Wi-Fi. Because he had nowhere to go, so at least he needed some Wi-Fi to be on Facebook and stuff. Or Tinder to find the next chick. I was like, oh my goodness. Both of y'all broke selves got to get up out of here. Y'all got to go. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Whole Lotta Woman Podcast. Make sure you tune in next Monday for the brains aspect of leveling up in dating. Before we go, I just want to ask you all to leave me a review. Just a reminder, leave me a review. It really, really will help me so much, get boosted in the algorithm. And I am going to be starting a review giveaway. So I'm going to start that next month in October, my birthday month. So I'll be looking through my reviews on Apple and Spotify. And I'm going to choose one person who left a review to send them a Whole Lotta Woman podcast shirt. So I'll be doing that each month. So make sure you guys rate and review. Thank you. And that's all for this week's episode of the Whole Lotta Woman Podcast. Make sure you tune in next week for the brain segment. And always remember, beauty, brains, strength, and standards are what make you a whole lot of woman.
I won't be defined, stars are aligned. What's for me is mine. I'm a whole lot of woman. I'm a whole lot of. I've been refined, beauty's divine. All things in God's time. I'm a whole lot of woman. I'm a whole lot of woman. This for all my women, 'cause you're a whole lot of woman. I'm a whole